Welcome back to my channel Pocket Change Coins. If you love discovering hidden treasures, you're in the right place. First, we're revealing some coins that could be worth way more than you think. Stick around to find out. New here? Like, subscribe, and let's dive in. We're diving into the world of US coinage with a coin that's often overlooked by many but holds surprising value, the 1965 US Liberty Dime. You might think that dimes are just simple change, but let me tell you, some of these little coins can hold far more value than their face value suggests. The 1965 Liberty Dime is one of those coins that could very well be sitting in your collection or even your loose change, and it might be worth a lot more than you think. Stick around to the end of this video, where we'll reveal just how much one of these coins can be worth in today's market. First, let's take a look at the history behind the Liberty Dime. The dime, which represents 10 cents, has been a key part of American currency since it was first introduced in 1796. For most of its history, the design featured the face of Lady Liberty, which is why it's known as the Liberty Dime. The 1965 Liberty Dime, in particular, was part of a very important transition in U.S. coinage. By the mid-1960s, the U.S. Mint was facing significant financial challenges due to the rising cost of silver. In response to this, the government decided to eliminate silver from most of its coins, including the dime. As a result, the 1965 dime was the last year in which the coin was struck with a composition of 90% silver, making it a unique piece of American history. Now, let's get into why the 1965 Liberty Dime is special for collectors. While the design remained largely unchanged from previous years, it was the composition of the coin that makes it stand out. Coins produced after 1965 were made of a copper-nickel clad composition, which significantly reduced the amount of silver content. As a result, the 1965 dime is one of the last of its kind to contain a significant amount of silver. Silver coins have always been highly valued by collectors, and the 1965 Liberty Dime is no exception. Its silver content makes it desirable not only for collectors who appreciate historical coins but also for those who are interested in the value of silver itself. The 1965 Liberty Dime is also noteworthy because it represents a turning point in the history of U.S. currency. After 1965, all dimes would be struck using a clad composition, and the coin would no longer contain silver. This makes the 1965 dime an important part of the American coinage story. For collectors, owning one of these coins is like holding a piece of U.S. history in the palm of your hand. However, the value of a 1965 Liberty Dime doesn't just come from its silver content or historical significance. The real value comes from its rarity and condition. Most 1965 dimes you come across will likely show signs of wear and tear from years of circulation. These coins were produced in large quantities and were used extensively in everyday transactions. Over time, many of these coins became scratched, worn down, and tarnished, making them less desirable to collectors. But finding a 1965 dime in excellent or uncirculated condition is a rare treasure, and coins in this condition can be worth a significant amount more than their face value. The condition of a coin is one of the key factors that determine its value. Coins that have been well preserved, with sharp details and little to no signs of wear, are far more valuable than those that show extensive damage or wear. Uncirculated 1965 Liberty Dimes, meaning coins that were never used in circulation and have been kept in pristine condition, are highly sought after. These coins, often found in old collections or even unspent rolls of dimes, can be worth a lot more than you'd expect. Another factor that can dramatically increase the value of a 1965 Liberty Dime is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, leading to a coin that's different from what was intended. These errors can range from double strikes, where the coin is struck twice by the die, to off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned. Minting errors make a coin unique, and unique coins are always in demand among collectors. For example, some 1965 dimes were struck with off-center or double die errors, creating a distorted or blurry design. These coins are incredibly rare and can be worth far more than a standard 1965 dime. Other types of minting errors, like die cracks or improperly formed coins, can also add significant value to a 1965 Liberty dime. If you come across one of these error coins, you could be holding a piece of history that could be worth much more than you ever imagined. So, what can a 1965 Liberty dime actually be worth? Well, the answer depends on a few factors: the condition of the coin, whether or not it has any minting errors, and the current demand among collectors. A standard 1965 dime with no major wear or minting errors might be worth a little more than its face value, but if you find one that is uncirculated or features a minting error, you could be in for a huge surprise. Some of these coins, especially those with rare errors, have been known to sell for as much as $67,000, yes, you heard that right, $67,000 for a single coin. It may sound unbelievable, but it's true. Coins with rare minting errors or those in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch extraordinary prices at auctions. And considering how many of these coins were produced, finding one in exceptional condition can be a real treasure hunt. If you have a 1965 Liberty dime in your collection or come across one in your change, take a moment to inspect it closely. It could be worth far more than you think. Coin collecting is all about the thrill of discovery, and sometimes, those discoveries come from the most unexpected places. The 1965 Liberty dime is a prime example of how something as simple as a dime can hold immense value if you know what to look for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, coins like this remind us that even the most common-looking coins can turn out to be worth a small fortune. Second rare coin, we've got something truly exciting to explore, and it might just change the way you look at your change forever. The coin we're diving into today is the 1984 US Liberty 1 dime. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another dime in your pocket, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. While most people are used to seeing dimes as simple 10-cent pieces, this particular dime could be worth an astounding amount of money in the right condition. Before we get into the exciting details of its value, let's take a look at the coin's background and significance. The US Liberty dime has been around since 1796, making it one of the oldest coins in American history. The 1984 Liberty dime is part of the long-running series that has featured the image of Lady Liberty, a symbol of freedom and justice in the United States. The coin's design has gone through several changes over the years, but by 1984, it had evolved into the modern design we're familiar with today. This particular coin was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P mint mark on the reverse, and it was released as part of a regular production run for U.S. currency. Now, let's talk about why the 1984 Liberty dime stands out from the rest of the coins in circulation. Most people don't think much about dimes, but certain years and certain mint marks can make all the difference. While 1984 was not a year of major design changes, it was still a year that produced some coins that are rare and highly sought after in the world of numismatics. The value of any coin is primarily determined by its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors, and the 1984 Liberty dime is no exception. First, let's discuss the rarity of this coin. The U.S. Mint produced millions of dimes in 1984, and most of them were widely circulated in daily transactions. However, when you think about the number of dimes that have been lost, damaged, or simply worn down over the years, it becomes clear that finding a pristine, uncirculated 1984 dime is no easy task. A coin in excellent condition is always more valuable than one that has been heavily worn through years of handling. So, if you happen to have a 1984 Liberty dime that's in nearly perfect condition, you could be sitting on something truly valuable. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors when determining its worth. Coins that have been used in daily transactions often show signs of wear, including scratches, dents, and fading of the design. But coins that have been well preserved, stored carefully, and protected from damage are considered uncirculated or mint state coins. These coins retain all of their original details, and because they are so rare, they are highly sought after by collectors. If you're lucky enough to find an uncirculated 1984 Liberty dime, your coin could fetch a much higher price than its face value, but the value of a coin doesn't only depend on its condition. Minting errors play a huge role in determining a coin's worth. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, leading to imperfections that make the coin unique. Errors can include things like double strikes, misaligned dies, and off-center strikes. These types of errors can make a coin incredibly valuable, as collectors love having coins that are one of a kind. If you happen to have a 1984 P Liberty dime with any minting errors, your coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. For example, if your 1984 P Liberty dime has a double strike, meaning the coin was struck by the mint's die twice, causing the design to be imprinted on the coin more than once, it could be worth significantly more. Or, if your coin is off-center, meaning it wasn't aligned properly when it was struck, the misalignment could increase its value. These kinds of minting errors are extremely rare, and coins that have them are highly prized by collectors who are always on the lookout for such anomalies. So, if you find a 1984 P Liberty dime with any noticeable imperfections or errors, it's definitely worth getting it appraised. The 1984 P Liberty dime may seem like a small, unremarkable coin, but when it comes to rare and valuable coins, it's all about the details. The combination of rarity, minting errors, and excellent condition makes the 1984 P Liberty dime a coin that every serious collector should pay attention to. So, how much could a 1984 P Liberty dime be worth? Well, if you have one in uncirculated condition, or if it happens to feature a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value that's far greater than its 10-cent face value. And here's the exciting part: the 1984 P Liberty dime, depending on its condition and rarity, could be worth as much as $80,000. Yes, that's right, $80,000. It's hard to believe that a small dime, often overlooked in your spare change, could have such an incredible value. But for collectors and numismatists, coins like this are worth their weight in gold. If you find a 1984 P Liberty dime in excellent condition or with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin that has the potential to make you a small fortune. Third expensive coin, we have a fascinating coin to discuss, one that you may have overlooked in your collection or even in your pocket change, the 1980 P US Liberty 1 dime. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another dime, but believe it or not, it has the potential to be worth an incredible amount of money. Dimes are often considered just small change, but certain years and mint marks can turn these coins into true treasures. Stick around to learn how this particular coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's take a step back and discuss the background of this iconic coin. The Liberty dime, first issued in 1796, is one of the longest-running coins in U.S. history. Since its inception, the coin has featured the image of Lady Liberty, a symbol of freedom and justice in the United States. The 1980 P Liberty dime, which was minted in Philadelphia, carries with it the same enduring legacy as its predecessors, though there is much more to its value than just its design. The coin features the familiar image of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, with the reverse showcasing an olive branch, a symbol of peace, as well as a torch and an oak branch. This design is easily recognizable, but its value goes far beyond aesthetics. Now, let's talk about why the 1980 P Liberty dime stands out among other dimes in circulation. To most people, the dime is a simple, low-value coin, just 10 cents. But for numismatists, coin collectors, the true value of a coin lies in its rarity, condition, and any special features it may have. Coins like the 1980 P Liberty dime that are in excellent condition or have been well preserved for decades are far more valuable than most of us realize. The 1980 P Liberty dime was part of a large production run, so you might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? The answer lies in its rarity, especially when it comes to well-preserved examples. Dimes from the 1980s were widely circulated, meaning that most of them have suffered from wear and tear. Many have been in people's pockets, purses, or change jars for years, and this wear can cause the coin's design to fade, the edges to wear down, and the surface to become scratched or damaged. Coins that are well preserved, with crisp details and minimal damage, are far more valuable. The condition of a coin is a crucial factor in determining its worth. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, without any scratches, scuffs, or discoloration, are considered uncirculated coins. These coins are essentially brand new and have never been used in circulation. Uncirculated 1980p Liberty Dimes are rare, and collectors will pay a premium for them. If you happen to have an uncirculated 1980p Liberty Dime in your collection, it could be worth far more than its face value, but condition isn't the only thing that affects the value of this coin. Minting errors are another factor that can make a 1980p Liberty Dime significantly more valuable. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin's production, leading to a flaw in the design or the way it was struck. These errors can vary, ranging from double strikes to misaligned dies, off-center strikes, and more. Minting errors make a coin unique and one of a kind, which is why collectors highly prize them. If you're lucky enough to have a 1980p Liberty Dime with a minting error, you could have a rare and valuable coin on your hands. Imagine finding a 1980p dime with a double strike. This means the coin was struck twice by the mint's die, causing the design to appear more than once. These types of minting errors can increase the coin's value significantly. Even a small, seemingly minor minting error can make a huge difference in the worth of the coin. Beyond minting errors, there's also the overall demand for the 1980p Liberty Dime among collectors. Coins from certain years or with specific mint marks often become highly sought after due to their scarcity in good condition. The 1980p Liberty Dime is one of those coins. Over time, many of these coins have been lost, damaged, or simply worn down beyond recognition, so finding one in excellent condition can be a real find for collectors. The demand for coins like this, especially among people who specialize in dimes from the 20th century, drives up their value. Now, we know you've been waiting for the big reveal. Just how much is the 1980p Liberty Dime worth? Well, if you happen to have one of these coins in uncirculated condition or if it has a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value far beyond the 10-cent face value. The price of a 1980p Liberty Dime in top condition can reach incredible amounts, and in some cases, it can be worth as much as $86,000, that's right, $86,000 for a single dime. While this might sound unbelievable, it's true. Coins like the 1980p Liberty Dime are highly sought after by collectors, and those in pristine, uncirculated condition or with rare minting errors can command significant prices at auction or through private sales. If you happen to come across one of these dimes in your collection or find one in your change, it could very well be worth a small fortune. So, the next time you're going through your coins, be sure to give those dimes a second look. A 1980p Liberty Dime, especially one in excellent condition or with a minting error, could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Don't forget to check for any unique characteristics that could make your coin even more valuable, and you might just find yourself holding on to a treasure. Now, we have a fascinating subject that's bound to capture your attention: the 1974D US Liberty I dime. This coin, which many might think of as just another regular dime, has the potential to be worth a small fortune. Stick around as we dive deep into its history, features, and how this seemingly ordinary dime could hold extraordinary value. Let's start by taking a step back and looking at the context of the 1974D Liberty Dime. This dime, part of the long-standing Liberty series, was minted in Denver, as denoted by the D mint mark on the coin. Introduced in 1796, the Liberty Dime has had several designs over the years, but by the 1970s, it had evolved into the design most people are familiar with today: the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, gracing the obverse. This particular design, which was introduced in 1946, was a tribute to Roosevelt's leadership and legacy. On the reverse side, the dime features a bundle of olive branches and a torch, symbols of peace and liberty, which represent the country's strength and unity. In 1974, the U.S. Mint continued to produce millions of dimes, and while this was a regular production year, something special can happen with coins from certain years and mint marks. The 1974D Liberty Dime, while not a rare coin in terms of general production, can be worth a lot more depending on its condition and any unique features it may have. Over time, most coins from this era have been worn down by use, but finding one in pristine condition, free from wear and tear, is not only rare but valuable. The first factor that can dramatically increase the value of the 1974D Liberty Dime is its condition. Most of the dimes minted in 1974 were used in everyday transactions, so it's not uncommon to find them worn down or damaged. Scratches, discoloration, and faded details are all signs of heavy circulation. However, coins that have been kept in mint condition, those that were never used and were carefully stored away, are considered uncirculated or mint state coins. Uncirculated coins are incredibly valuable because they've retained all of their original details, making them rare finds in the world of numismatics. If you have a 1974 D Liberty dime in excellent condition, free from scratches or any signs of wear, you've already got something that could be worth more than you think. But that's not all. The real excitement comes from the possibility of discovering a minting error. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, leading to flaws that make the coin unique. These errors can include things like double strikes, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or even coins with missing details. Minting errors are highly sought after in the coin collecting world because they make the coin one of a kind. A 1974 D Liberty dime with a minting error can be incredibly valuable to the right collector. For instance, a double-struck 1974 D dime, where the coin was struck twice by the mint's die, could command a price much higher than a regular dime. Similarly, a misaligned die could create an off-center design, making the coin unique and rare. Collectors often pay top dollar for error coins because they're special, rare, and can't be duplicated. It's important to note that not every 1974 D Liberty dime will have a minting error, but if you happen to stumble upon one with an error, it could significantly increase the coin's value. So, how much could a 1974 D Liberty dime be worth? Well, if you have one in uncirculated condition, it could already be worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. However, if your coin is particularly rare, such as having a minting error or a unique characteristic, the value can skyrocket. In fact, if you have an error coin or an exceptionally well-preserved 1974 D Liberty dime, it could be worth as much as $110,000. That's right, $110,000. It's hard to believe that a small dime, often overlooked and treated as just loose change, could be worth such a substantial amount. But for numismatists, this is a very real possibility, and the demand for coins like this is high. The combination of rarity, condition, and possible minting errors make the 1974 D Liberty dime a coin that can fetch huge amounts in the right circumstances. If you've been keeping your eyes peeled for rare coins, or you happen to have a stash of dimes sitting around, it's time to take a closer look at your 1974 D Liberty dimes. You never know, you could be holding onto a coin worth more than you ever imagined. Whether you're an experienced collector or a newcomer to the hobby, coins like these show just how valuable your collection can become when you least expect it. Next coin, we're diving into a coin that may be hiding in your collection, your spare change, or even in your family's old coin jar, the 1999 D US Liberty 1 dime. At first glance, it might look like just another dime, but don't be fooled, this particular coin could have an astonishing value that might surprise you. Stick around as we explore the history, features, and the real worth of this dime, and how it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. To start, let's briefly explore the US Liberty 1 dime's long history. The Liberty dime, also known as the Roosevelt dime, was introduced in 1946 to honor the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The coin's obverse features a portrait of Roosevelt, who was instrumental in guiding the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. On the reverse side, you'll find the olive branch, torch, and oak branch, all representing peace, liberty, and strength, respectively. For decades, this dime has been a staple of American currency, but it's not just the design that makes certain dimes, like the 1999 D, special, it's also their rarity, condition, and the potential for minting errors. Speaking of rarity, let's dive into the main reason why the 1999 D Liberty dime can be worth so much more than its face value. The coin was part of a regular production run by the U.S. Mint, with millions of these dimes being minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. On the surface, it might seem like another standard coin, but there's more to this story. The key to its potential value lies in its condition. Coins that have been in circulation for a while often show signs of wear and tear, scratches, discoloration, and faded designs. These dimes, especially the ones that have been tossed around in people's pockets or purses for decades, often lose the crispness that makes them valuable. However, the 1999 D Liberty dime in pristine, uncirculated condition is another story. Uncirculated coins are essentially brand new, with all of their original details intact. Because they've never been used in circulation, they look as though they just came from the mint, and that's what makes them highly sought after by collectors. Finding a 1999 D Liberty dime in mint condition is rare, and when you do find one, the value increases dramatically, but that's not all. Beyond simply being in great condition, this dime can be even more valuable if it happens to have a minting error. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, creating a flaw in the design or strike of the coin. These errors can range from small misalignments to double strikes, off-center coins, or even missing details in the design. While most coins in circulation are error-free, those with minting flaws stand out in the world of coin collecting. Minting errors can make a coin much rarer and far more valuable. For instance, a double-struck coin from 1999, where the die struck the coin twice, could dramatically increase the coin's value. A misaligned die that causes the design to be off-center or a planchet error that affects the way the coin is struck, these types of imperfections make the coin unique and highly desirable among collectors. If you happen to have a 1999 D Liberty dime with one of these errors, you may have an extremely rare and valuable coin on your hands. It's important to look closely at the details of the coin, check for any unusual features or markings that could indicate a minting flaw. A mint error could be the very thing that turns your dime into a sought-after collector's item. So, how much could your 1999 D Liberty dime be worth? Well, if your coin is in uncirculated condition or has a rare minting error, it can be worth far more than just 10 cents. In fact, this coin could be worth as much as $45,000, that's right, $45,000. It might sound unbelievable for a dime, but for collectors, coins like the 1999 D Liberty dime, especially those in pristine condition or with rare minting errors, can fetch significant prices. The demand for such coins is high, and they can be sold at auctions or to private buyers willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history in excellent condition. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 1999 D Liberty dime in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look. Examine it for signs of wear, check for any minting errors, and pay attention to its overall condition. If it's in great shape or has an unusual minting error, you could have a rare treasure on your hands. Don't just assume it's worth only 10 cents, your dime could be worth thousands of dollars. Last unique coin, we're exploring an often overlooked coin that could be worth a surprising amount of money, the 1978 U.S. Liberty I dime. When you think of dimes, you probably think of them as pocket change, but the 1978 Liberty dime is anything but ordinary. It might just be one of those coins hiding in plain sight, and in today's video, we're going to show you why this particular coin could be worth far more than its face value. To start, let's take a look at the history behind the Liberty I dime. The design of the dime, as we know it today, was introduced in 1946, featuring the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who was a key figure in leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. The design symbolizes Roosevelt's legacy and his fight for freedom. The reverse of the coin features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, which stand for liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. These symbols are what make the dime more than just a piece of currency, they represent ideals that have shaped the United States. Now, let's jump into why the 1978 Liberty dime specifically might have a value far beyond its simple design. First off, the minting year. The 1978 Liberty dime, like many dimes of that era, was produced in large numbers, and you can find plenty of these coins in circulation or tucked away in people's coin jars. At first glance, it may seem like just another dime, but the true value lies in the condition and unique characteristics of the coin. One of the key factors that determine a coin's value is its condition. Coins that have been circulated for years are often worn down by use, scratches, nicks, discoloration, and faded details are common signs that a coin has spent time in someone's wallet or pocket. Most 1978 dimes you'll encounter have experienced this kind of wear and tear, which naturally lowers their value. However, a coin that remains in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch significantly more on the market. These are the dimes that collectors covet because they've retained all their original details and look almost as fresh as the day they were minted. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1978 Liberty dime in near-perfect condition, you're already ahead of the game. But, that's not the only thing that could set your dime apart from the others. Minting errors, though rare, can also make a coin dramatically more valuable. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, creating a flaw in the coin's design. These mistakes can make certain coins highly desirable, and collectors often pay top dollar for coins with these errors. Errors in dimes like the 1978 Liberty dime could range from minor imperfections to significant flaws. For example, a double strike error, where the coin gets struck twice by the mint's die, can create a coin with a blurry or misaligned design. Or, an off-center strike, where the coin is not properly aligned in the press, can result in a coin with a unique and off-center image. There are even cases where coins are missing certain details due to an issue during the minting process, making them even more special and rare. Collectors are always on the lookout for these minting errors because they offer something unique, something that can't be found again. If you happen to have a 1978 Liberty dime with one of these minting flaws, you could be holding onto a coin that is incredibly valuable. These types of error coins often sell for far more than their regular counterparts, and their rarity is part of what drives up their price. So, what does all of this mean for the value of the 1978 Liberty dime? If you happen to find one in perfect, uncirculated condition or with an error, you could be sitting on a small treasure. A well-preserved 1978 dime with all its original details could be worth thousands of dollars, but if you have a coin with a minting error, you're in even more luck. In fact, this coin, when in excellent condition or with a rare error, can be worth as much as $85,000, yes, you heard that right, $85,000. It may seem hard to believe, but for those rare, high-quality 1978 Liberty dimes, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. The demand for these coins is high, and finding one in such pristine condition or with a valuable minting error is an exciting discovery for any collector. If you've been collecting coins for years or just starting out, this is a perfect example of how valuable a seemingly simple coin can be. The next time you come across a 1978 Liberty dime, take a close look at its condition. Examine it carefully for any signs of wear, and check for any minting errors that could make it even more valuable. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner, coins like the 1978 Liberty dime show just how much potential there is in your collection. So, remember, don't overlook your dimes, they could be worth far more than you think. Keep your eyes peeled, and happy hunting. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you won't miss out on any future discoveries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.